First off, we need to identify the areas of the business that could potentially go down during a natural disaster and how the company would respond in that particular event. So let's just take a power outage. That happens all the time depending on what's going on with the weather. It could be very minor, where it's just a few moments, or it, of course, could last for several weeks depending on the severity of the problem. How would the business operate if it was without power? Well, obviously the internet's going to be offline. If you've got a server at that location, it won't power up. Obviously, people can't work there. So, what would the business do? Now, in a lot of different businesses that could maybe operate remotely, maybe they can just pick up and go to an alternate location. But if it's a manufacturing place, obviously they can't do that. So it's going to be slightly different in each of those types of scenarios on how you deal with it. If you, for example, own your own building or you're renting your own building, perhaps you could put in a large building battery backup system, something like a Tesla Powerwall. You could also have a generator on standby that comes on in the event that that power is going to be off, and then keep your manufacturing plant going. If you're in a high rise, though, a generator is probably not going to be the answer. So you may want to pick up your staff and go to a different location to continue operating. However, if you've got a server at that location, that's not going to be very viable. So we would have to really sit down and talk about what we want to do in order to make that kind of stuff happen.